Hey guys, it's Jess from Peace Love Books, and today I'm really excited for the video I'm filming. So I recently saw Haley from Haley in Bookland do a video where she talked about the 30 books she would keep if she were doing the Marie Kondo, The Art of Tidying Up, where she says, Marie Kondo says to keep 30 books. And that's it. So I have not watched the show, I have not read the book, but I know that Marie Kondo is all about decluttering your life, only keeping things that make you happy, and so according to her, you need to keep only 30 books. Yeah, there's 30 books in like half a section of one of my shelves, and I have 6 bookshelves, so no, so that would never work for me. But I thought it'd be fun to do what Haley did, so I'm totally leaving her link down below because this is where I got the idea. Choose 30 books. Now, she pre-chose her books, I have not, and I'm gonna challenge myself to finding 30 books I would keep if right now, at this point in my life, I need to only keep 30 of my books, and I'm gonna do it in 30 seconds. This is totally daunting. I feel like 30 seconds is gonna be gone in like, I'm sorry, I'm getting my timer. It's gonna be gone really fast, but I've been like thinking about this since watching Haley's video, so I know probably about half of them off the top of my head I can get in like 10 seconds off of my shelves, if that. I don't even know if I can do this in 30 seconds. We're gonna see, and if it totally fails, I'll just like add on 30 more seconds. I don't know. So we're gonna see how this goes. I'm gonna set my timer. These are all, I don't even know what books I want to keep, and so like I'm like, well, at this point in my life right now, like there's books I still want to read that I own and books that I don't want to get rid of because they're my favorites, and so I don't know what I'm gonna do. 30 seconds is not enough time, but we're gonna do it. I'm getting like really nervous, so I'm gonna have to like rearrange everything, and like it's okay. It's okay. Ready, set, 30 seconds starting now. 6, 7, 8. Oh my gosh. 9, 10, 11. 12. 13. 14. I don't even know what I'm doing. 15. Okay. Okay, 30 seconds is not enough time, so I'm giving myself a minute. So, I got 15 books. Literally in 30 seconds, and I did not even stop. So I'm adding on another 30 seconds. My heart is racing right now. I have 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, I picked up 16 books. And now I'm getting to where I don't even know what I want to pick up. So, we're gonna get to it. And I haven't even gotten to behind my bookshelves yet. It's okay. I'm gonna be okay. 30 more seconds to find 14 more books. And we're going. Ooh. 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. Well, I only have 5 more seconds left. I can't think. I'm out of time. I have 26 books sitting next to me. I'm going to cheat now and take time to pick out my last 4 books. These were literally off the top. Oh my gosh, that's what, okay. I know what I'm gonna pick. I completely forgot. I got my last 4 books. That is so hard, and my heart is racing so fast right now. Okay, so it just told me I have another 30 seconds. I left my timer on. So we'll get to the books. So the first 4 I chose, this is like with me a little bit pre-planning. So I was thinking, like I said, I was thinking about this. There's no way you can do this video if you don't already have an idea of the books that you want to keep. So yeah. First 4 are 4 of the Black Dagger Brotherhood books. So these 3 are ones that I've read, and they are Zeta's story, Butch's story, and Vicious's story. These 3 are my favorites of the series. They're 3, 4, and 5, and I've read 6 so far, and so then I'm like, well, I have to pick 7 so that I can at least continue on in the series if I want to. And so, like, I guess if I were really doing the 30 book challenge, I could always get books from the library then, instead of buying them. Like, who does that? Not me. I have been better at getting the library though. So 4 of my books are from the Black Dagger Brotherhood series. I would definitely want to read Revenge's story next. Isn't that Revenge? Yes. Huh, Lover Avenged, and it's Revenge. I didn't get that. Okay, so I definitely want to keep my favorite 3 and then read the new one in the Black Dagger Brotherhood series. Now we're going to talk about all the books I just scrambled to grab because I had no idea what I was doing. So the whole point of the Marie Kondo method is that you want to be happy with what you own, so I would definitely keep the Kiss Quotient because it makes me happy. Oh my gosh! I forgot to grab a Penelope Douglas book. My life is gonna be over if I could only keep these. Oh my god. How did I forget Penelope Douglas? I knew I wanted to keep Punk 57 and it's not in my top 30 right now. I'm like gonna freak out. Like I don't get to keep Punk 57. It's okay. It's okay, but I'll keep this because I love it. In my mad dash to keep books, I'm like, well, I need to keep books that I want to read too, so I decided to grab Burn For Me by Alana Andrews because it's like up next on my TBR, and I'm like, I gotta keep books I want to read, and so this is a book that I'm reading for Romanceopoly for the Magic Challenge, so I have to keep this. And then I had to keep my absolute favorite, A Court of Mist and Fury, because I've already reread this twice, and this will keep me occupied because it's a long book, and so if I ever want to revisit a favorite YA fantasy, I can just pick this up, and it just makes me so happy looking at it because it's one of my favorites ever. And I liked the first one, but not as much as this one. And then the third one was just okay, and I haven't even read the fourth one yet, but that's okay because I can get that from the library if I want it, if I were doing this. And then because I was freaking out about all my unread books, I decided to pick up Crown of Midnight off my shelves, which, like, thinking I got this instead of Punk 57, like, who am I? But I haven't even read the second book in this series yet, so I was like, well, I have to keep a book in a series that I want to read because I want to read this whole series, and I own all 6, 7 of, whatever, how many there are? 7, there's 7 of them. I've only read book 1, and so I have to read book 2, but I can't if I don't own it. So I picked it up. Then I grabbed Wait For It by Mariana Zapata because I'm like, I gotta keep one by Mariana Zapata. They're long, they'll keep me occupied, you know, just like Akamath would. And I want to keep some that I haven't read yet, and I almost grabbed Culty, but I've read it, and I haven't read this one, and I've heard good things about them, and I was just stressing at this point. So I grabbed A Love Letter to Whiskey by Candy Steiner because it's my absolute favorite by her, and then I was thinking, but I really love this series too, but I didn't want to waste my time on 2 of the books because I liked book 1, but I loved book 2 in the duet, so I only picked up book 2, and now I'm not even gonna have the finished duet, and I don't know how I feel about that, but at least I have 2 of my Candy Steiner books with my 30 books. So then I decided I need 2 books that I haven't read yet by Christina Lauren because these are books that I want to read for Romanceopoly, and I haven't read these yet, but this is my friend Lacey's favorite book of last year, and then this one I've heard amazing things from you guys about, and I want to read it for Contemporary-thon, so I would need it on my shelves. And so this one I believe is about a marriage, and this one's about 2 boys falling in love, and one's from a Mormon family. So I gotta have these on my shelf. The next 2 I haven't read yet either, but I need to, and that's The Bride Test by Helen Hoang. There's no way ever I would get rid of this book. Like, I would just, like, I don't know, not get rid of all these for this one, but I need to read this, and so I have to keep it. It's my arc. This comes out in May, and so I need it. Then I just finished The Cruel Prince, so there's no way I would get rid of The Wicked King in the beautiful exclusive edition that I went out and bought at Barnes & Noble. I don't even remember the last time I bought a book at Barnes & Noble, so I had to keep this because I gotta know what happens next, and it's gorgeous, and so it would make me very happy seeing this book on my shelves. I almost forgot about Colleen Hoover, and so I had to pick up It Ends With Us, and then I was just like, but I can't live without Maybe Someday. What would I do if I didn't have these 2 books that were my favorite by Colleen Hoover? Like, It Ends With Us is one of my, I'm talking way too fast right now, I apologize, I'm getting too excited. It Ends With Us is my favorite book, like almost one of my favorite books of all time, so I had to have this. And then Maybe Someday is my other favorite book by Colleen Hoover, so I just, like, I snagged It Ends With Us, which is of course signed copy because it's amazing. And I was like, but I can't live without this, so I grabbed them both. In my rush of counting, I only have 29 books here. So technically, I can run over here and grab Pug 57 and just slide it into my pile like nothing happened. You know? I make my own rules here. So the next 2 books is because I love this series and I recently acquired these 2, and that is Someone Else's Sky and Move the Stars by Jessica Hawkins. These are 2 and 3, and now I would feel really annoyed that I only owned 2 and 3 and I didn't own 1, but you know, I only have 30 books, and so I need these 2 to read, so I'm sorry. The next 2 are right next to each other, and I like couldn't grab one without the other because I need to read them, and I just got them, and that's Goodbye Paradise by Serena Bowen, and then Us by Serena Bowen and Elle Kennedy. And so this one is an romance, and I think it might have come out of a cult. Yeah, so I recently talked about this book. I had no idea what it was about, but I, for some reason, am like really into cult romances, like someone who comes out of a cult or they're in a cult and they want to get out of it, because cults are so fascinating to me on like how people can like be brainwashed like that. So I really want to read this. It is This one's too, and it's book 2 to him, which I absolutely adore, which I haven't continued on the series. I don't know why, and it's Hockey Like, and it was so good, and so I need to read book 2, and just thinking about getting rid of this made my heart hurt, so I had to pick these 2. Then as a favorite, I had to keep Paper Princess by Erin Watt, which is Elle Kennedy and Jen Frederick, and I am obsessed with the series, and I just could not think of getting rid of Ella and Reed, like, ever, so I had to keep it. But not the whole series, I could only keep 1, I didn't have room. The last 7 books make up 2 series, so I have an addiction to Elle Kennedy, and so I only picked books 1 through 3 because book 4 wasn't my favorite, and I was like, I can live without book 4, it's fine, but I cannot live without the rest of my Briar hockey players at all. Like, no. And so I had to pick these 3, and they're my favorite covers, and so it pains me to get rid of the 4th one, but I couldn't get rid of these 3. I just couldn't. So the last 4 are all the same series, and you guys know this was going to be on here, and that is my first 3 special collector's editions of Outlander. I had to keep these because they're beautiful, but because they're so beautiful, and my 3rd one signed by Diana Gabaldon herself. Thank you, Mother, so much. If you didn't know, she got me it for Christmas, and it was the best Christmas present ever, but I had to keep these. But because they're so gorgeous, I don't think I would want to actually read them because they're too pretty and I would be afraid of ruining them. So the last book I would keep is Outlander, my mass market paperback that I could read. It's over 800 pages, so it would keep me reading for a while, and it's just beautiful, and it has Sam Heughan's face on it, so this definitely makes me happy, and I have to keep it because I'm not going to read my special editions because they're too pretty to read. So this whole experience is very anxiety inducing. Can you imagine having to cut down your library to only 30 books? And I gave myself a minute. 30 seconds was crazy. Why did I think I could do this in 30 seconds? I gave myself a minute and I still failed miserably. I don't know how I feel about these books. There's like, if you look at this pile, there are no books in this pile. I can fit all of these on a TBR cart. That's nothing compared to what I have. Now, I would never ever do this. I just thought it was a fun video idea, and I challenge you to try to pick 30 books you would keep in a minute. And if you need a minute and a half, that's totally fine. I think this is totally doable in a minute and a half, but I got it done in a minute, almost, because then I got to pick my book that I forgot. I can't believe I forgot Punk 57. Like, who am I? But yeah, let me know if you do this challenge. Or let me know what books you would have to keep if you could only keep 30 books. And if you do this challenge, leave your link down below so I can see how you do. Yeah, that's all I have. As always, thank you so much for watching and have a good day. Bye.